Hi, I'm Mike from Breathe in Motion Yoga, and today I'd like to talk to you about the microbend. Microbend is a very controversial topic in the yoga world. There are yoga advocates that are fairly dogmatic that insist you have straight legs, and I understand the ideology. Having the straight leg will help to invite the screw home mechanism, which is the last sort of 5, 10 degrees range of motion as your leg straightens, and this will invite the vastus medialis oblique fibers to engage, helping to support the knee. I think that's great for the back leg where you're not going to bear weight, like in a triangle when you're bearing weight over the lead leg. Just want to show you, if I pull up the pant cuff here, you can see that if my kneecap is loose and I go to microbend my knee, here my kneecap is kind of floating over this way, but my foot's pointing straight at you. If I microbend the knee, you can see that the knee screws in automatically, which is very similar to lifting the kneecap up. And of course, people who tend to hyperextend their knee, those folk will end up potentially damaging the knee. It's really important that they have the microbend. So this is the triangle position. If I was going to go ahead and do the triangle, I would microbend the knee this much, and then I would come into that triangle position, either in a partial triangle or a full triangle, depending on my range of motion, what I am able to do without any pain. Now, if it comes to the closed position, you can see here I'm twisting my back hip forward. There is a different reason to have the knee bend here. That would be more to do with allowing the hip to have some sense of space. If I have the microbend of the knee, it's going to let go of some of the pull to the fascia tissue. Fascia tissues are continuous. They are continuous throughout the body. But if I de-emphasize a little bit in this area here, I am then able to get the hip to operate in a way where I can get my back hip to drop down in a closed position where I might be doing a revolving triangle. So the revolving triangle would be this posture here. I've got the hand to the other side of the leg, and I'm twisting. If I have the microbend of the knee, it just allows me to turn my hips a little bit easier, and I've got a little bit of space in the joint to do it. Now, to show you the microbend from the side, it's a good idea to see how much bend that would be. Certainly, you can have too much bend. That much bend would really constitute as a lunge. If I am microbending, it's going to be about 160 degrees behind the knee. So if I'm at 180, and I tend to hyperextend my knee, or I'm feeling like the tissue in here is getting congested and crushed, then I'm going to bend the knee a little bit, and there's the microbend right there. So if I draw a line from the ball and socket joint of my hip to the foot, there's the 160 degrees. That's different than your 90 degree, or the in this case, because it's a narrow stance, 135 in the back of the knee. That would be for when I'm coming out of a posture. I might bend my knee 135 and then push up from there. We're looking at the closed hip position, consider that the back hip should be closing down toward the front hip, so there's a level sacrum, and as I go into my forward bend now, the hips can hinge correctly. The microbend allows me to do that. If I don't have that bend in my knee, it's possible that I will impose too much force in my hip. So there's a possibility too of rounding the back. Of course, the microbend helps very much in allowing the tailbone to lift up, stretching the external hip rotators without tearing them. So you can cue, lift the tailbone in that case, and not worry so much about somebody having hurt the external hip rotators, because the knee, having been bent, allows those external hip rotators to stretch a little safer. So microbend has quite a few different uses. In this case, I can have that microbend so that I'm not rounded when I go into my forward fold, but instead with the microbend in there, I now can fold efficiently onto my leg. If the leg's too straight, I may tend to round like this to try to get to the floor. And then, of course, if I'm doing a revolving triangle, that rounding in the back can be made much worse by a rounding in a twist. All of a sudden, with a straight leg, because I'm listening to some dogma, straight leg, and I go to twist, I'm rounding my back and I'm twisting, and that's a recipe for a bulging disc or a herniated disc. So these are some of the reasons that you may want to use the microbend. I hope this helps your yoga practice. Namaste.